Yos!
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Well, E3's finally over, and first off, as usual, don't forget to hit me up on PS4, Twitter, all the links down below will be in the description, so make sure to check that out. Now then, E3, where should we start? We're gonna start with Microsoft. Now, I'm not gonna include Nintendo because at the moment the Wii U is it's not even in the conversation at the moment. And I just don't have that much time. I can't wait for Nintendo. I have to do it now. So I'm not gonna have time later on. I have to do it now. Again, you understand? So yeah. So let's get started anyway. So Microsoft had a good showing after the absolute travesty. Microsoft always at E3 they're terrible at E3s. Microsoft just have terrible E3s. They talk about shit that gamers don't care about. They talk about TV and all that jazz. This time they changed everything. It's all about games, and that's good. That's really good. This so one of the big things was that Crackdown is going to come to the Xbox One. It had a trailer. Platinum Games had this new game called Scalebound or something. That's another exclusive to Xbox One. That was pretty good. The Phantom Dust is getting a remake for the Xbox One. That's pretty interesting as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go through the whole list. I'm sure y'all can see, but I'm just talking about the main, like, proper exclusives over here, right? The problem I had with Microsoft press conference was that it was all about exclusive timed DLC, which honestly I could care less about now. Timed DLC, timed exclusive, all that time stuff is bullshit. And to be honest, I don't even care about it. I don't think no one cares about it. And I mean, they were the main exclusives. But here's one thing people need to realize. I mean, these consoles are still very young. They haven't even been out on the market for a year. You know, developers are still working on these consoles, and you're not going to see all the amazing stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are going to be some amazing games as usual, obviously. But when it comes to the exclusive titles, everyone has to be patient, man, because eventually the shit's gonna start rolling out and it's gonna be amazing. You know, people just have to be patient. I mean, people. When I was on Twitter, right, and it seems that people just want huge exclusive after huge exclusive after huge exclusive. That's what people want. This is like a 90-minute to 2-hour show, right? People just want exclusive after exclusive after exclusive. That's not gonna happen, man. I mean, your exclusives are a big thing, man. They take a lot of time and effort to make. You can't just have exclusive. I mean, people don't understand what game is about. You can't just have Microsoft and Sony coming up on stage announcing about 20 different exclusives. You just cannot do that. You know, that's not how gaming works. And it seems that people watch E3 and all they want to hear is exclusive this, exclusive that, exclusive this. I mean, people have to realize how the gaming industry works, man. I mean, you're not gonna have about 1 million different exclusives on one show, and people seem really disappointed. But yeah, maybe they could. Both shows could have had a bit more exclusive. But let's get back to it with our Microsoft E3. So obviously, they showed this game called Ori and the Blind Forest, which was fucking amazing. That was probably the highlight of the Microsoft show. That game was really, really good. They announced Halo 1 to 4, and it's gonna have multiplayer because of that. No, I'm not sure about that. If I'm honest. Sunset Overdrive was huge. Insomniac, I love Insomniac, I'm a huge fan, but them going over to Microsoft Xbox One, I mean, there's going to be a little bad feelings there, man, because I'm sure they're regretting it. Insomniac themselves, they're regretting this shit because they be making games for the PlayStation all the time, you know, every generation, right? And now that the PS4 is absolutely destroying the Xbox One, they must be like, well, we could have released this game on the PS4 and made more money. That's what they're probably thinking right about now. So yeah, it's kind of a shame, but the game looks amazing. The game looks friggin' amazing. That looks really, really cool. I mean, it's not gonna make you go out and buy an Xbox One, but the game looks really cool. It really does look amazing. Forza Horizon 2. Forza is getting recycled left, right and centre, man. This Horizon bullshit, I'm not falling for it. It's basically just Forza 5. They've taken out a few cars and shit, made a few maps and put it on a disc. That's what eventually, what Horizon is all about. You know, they're bringing out Forza game every single year now, and it's getting recycled to the death of it. You know, it's getting recycled. It's literally Forza 5 expansion pack. That's all it is, Forza Horizon. And I'm not trying to hate it. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Call of Duty getting DLC first on Xbox One. Whoop-de-doo, who fucking cares? The show's Evolve, and Evolve is looking amazing. That game is bang on amazing. I'm getting that game day one. Cannot wait for that. No mention of Kinect. No mention of Kinect, which is surprising because they've been talking about how Kinect is the future, this and that. All of a sudden, they don't even mention Kinect. That is pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. New Killer Instinct Season Pass. I don't know what it is. It looks nonsense. There was one thing I wanted to say, but I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah. So overall, it was a good conference, but you were waiting for that one wow moment. You know, that moment that said, you know what, wow, I might need to go buy an Xbox One or something. You know, you're waiting for that jaw-dropping moment, the big announcements. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, we never saw no gameplay for. We never saw no gameplay for the new Halo game on Xbox One. That's pretty shame. That's it's a bit of a shame. And no Gears of War to be seen at all. At least if they showed up a Gears of War, we could have been, you know what, damn, that game looks pretty damn amazing. But there was no WoW announcement. You know, you're waiting for that big. I mean, oh yeah, they had. Did I mention Platinum Games? Yeah, I did. Which looked pretty cool, but you know, you're just waiting for that big jaw-dropping moment that it just wasn't there. But overall, it was a good conference. I'll have to give it out to Microsoft. Good conference. They did well. EA, what did EA have? Battlefield Hardline. I'm gonna have some Hardline gameplay very soon, so stay tuned for that. What did EA have? Same old bullshit. Anyway, Ubisoft. Far Cry looks freaking amazing. They had a few good stuff here and there. Ubisoft was pretty cool. Rainbow Six Siege? Rainbow Six Siege or something? That game looks friggin' amazing. That game looks friggin' amazing. Only concern is that the graphics didn't really look next gen. But yo, it is what it is. Yeah, that game was pretty cool. Now let's move on to Sony. Sony's press conference was about 20 to 30 minutes longer than Microsoft's, right? But Sony fucked up because that 20-30 minutes they spent talking nonsense. That new CEO guy, Sean Layden, came up on stage, started chatting all these numbers. I mean, no one cares, man. I mean, seriously, no one cares about how many hours is on PS and all this shit. They just spent way too long on that. And that 20-30 minutes was really hard to watch. Then they got some guy coming up on stage talking about this new TV show called Powers or something. And he spent about another 10 minutes talking about Powers. It's like, come on, this ain't Sony, man. Sony don't do this shit. Sony's all about the game. And the thing is, they started off amazing. Sony started off amazing. They started with Destiny, which looks amazing. They got all this exclusive content for PS4. Destiny looks really cool. Looking forward to that release. You know, they announced some new PS4 games and Vita games and all. I mean, when it comes to indies, Sony are on point. Sony are winning the indie scene. No one can touch Sony when it comes to the indie games. They just can't. Sony's winning when it comes to the indies. Infamous is getting new DLC. Looks pretty cool. Against Players Fetch. That comes out in August. PS Now. I mean, they said about some sort of prices. They said rentals will cost between $3 and $20. It will be interesting to see how that plays out. Magica 2. One interesting thing is that Ratchet & Clank, the very first Ratchet & Clank, is being remade for the PS4 apparently. And they had a movie trailer for that. That was pretty cool. That was pretty damn cool. Yeah, really look forward to Ratchet & Clank on the PS4. Now, the Order 1886 looks fucking amazing. Graphically, the game is mind-blowing. There was a bit of concern because the majority of the game was cutscenes and then there was a few shooting gameplay. I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know what, that kind of concerns me, but at the same time, this is a third-person shooter, right? They said it's a third-person shooter, so I'm sure we're going to see more gameplay in the actual game. I mean, they just decided to show more cinematic kind of stuff, which is pretty cool, but I think it would have been nice to see some gameplay, like even more fleshed out gameplay. But from what we saw, I am really stoked for the order 1886. That game looks amazing. New indie game called Entwined. I am going to be buying that today. New game from some of the guys that made Journey. That looks really cool as well. Killzone. I just want to go to the main thing, if I'm honest. Far Cry 3. Far Cry 4. 7 minutes of gameplay. They showed some co-op. That game looks freaking rad. I just want to get into the main stuff. Dead Island 2. Ah, man, Dead Island. Whatever. Batman Arkham Knight. Wow. PS4 is getting exclusive missions with Scarecrow. That's going to be fucking amazing. GTA is getting a release on PS4 as well as Xbox One and PC later this year. That's going to be amazing. Looking forward to that as well. Release date for The Last of Us. End of July. That's going to be wow. Can't wait for that. Mortal Kombat gameplay. That was pretty amazing. Can't wait for Mortal Kombat. PlayStation TV's coming out here as well. Yeah. PlayStation Now, YouTube on here. No Man's Sky. Wow. That's all I've got to say with No Man's Sky. That looks fucking amazing. Grim Fandango is coming to the PS4. Blah blah blah. Far Cry 4, pretty interesting thing when it comes to co-op. You can invite your friends to join your game, even if they don't have the game. Now that is pretty fucked up, but fucking amazing. That is amazing. Destiny beta. Come to July 14th, or you can sign up for the alpha, which is this weekend. If I get into it, I'm gonna have gameplay. A white Destiny bundle for the PS4. Wow, that looks amazing. That looks amazing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, but wow, that looks pretty amazing. Now, some of the big things, the biggest things from this press conference. From Software and Sony revealed Bloodborne. That game is gonna be amazing. 2015 cannot come soon enough. The game is going to be amazing. Made by the same guy that made Dark Souls and the first Demon Souls. This game looks even dark. I never knew I'd ever say this, but this game looks darker than Demon Souls and Dark Souls. It looks fucking great, and it's looking amazing. Oh, I cannot wait for that game. I cannot wait. Wow, that's a big one, man. Trust me. All the Demon Souls, Dark Souls fans are going to be flocking to this game. That is huge. That is huge. One of the biggest announcements from E3 Firewood. For me anyway, because I'm a huge Demon Souls Dark Souls fan. Little Big Planet 3 is... What's that? Little Big Planet 3 is coming to PS4 in November. I cannot wait. I'm a huge LBP fan. I cannot wait for this one. It is going to be amazing. Oh, I cannot... Oh, Little Big Planet, man. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for Little Big Planet. November, man. November's going to be huge. And the biggest announcement... Uncharted 4. A Thief's End is coming in 2015. Just in case you never knew, what you saw was in-game footage. What you saw was in-game footage. Did you see the fly on Nathan's head? Damn! Oh, 2015 is gonna be huge. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End coming in 2015. Oof. I'm getting goosebumps already. That is mind-blowing. Naughty Dog are the king. This game, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, looks really dark. Much darker than Uncharted 1, 2 and 3. And wow. This game's gonna be mind-blowing. I'm gonna be in tears playing this game because it's gonna be so good. I'm calling it now. Game of the Year 2015. Let's all be honest. Game of the Year 2015. It's not even up for debate. It's not even up for debate. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Game of the Year 2015. Yep, I said it. I said it. That was one of the big ones from E3. Overall, E3 was pretty good. Maybe not as many exclusives as people was hoping for, but like I said, developers are still working on these new consoles. Y'all gotta be patient. And when it comes to who won E3, it's really tough this year, but it doesn't really matter. But I'm just gonna give it to Sony simply because they had a few bigger announcements in terms of Little Big Planet 3, the Uncharted 4 reveal, and Bloodborne. Some people might prefer Microsoft's, and that's fine. But both companies had some great showings. Like I said, Microsoft just lacking in that wow moment in their press conference. Overall, it was pretty good. It was really good as well. I'm glad to see Microsoft going for the gamers rather than all this TV nonsense. But E3, yeah, E3 was good. There'll be more coming out of E3 as we go along, I'm sure, in the next few days. So definitely stay tuned for that. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe for more. Yeah, I'll be back with soon. I'll be back with Battlefield Hardline to give you my thoughts on that, because I was playing it yesterday night. Yeah, stay tuned for that, probably today or tomorrow later. But I'm out for now. Peace.